Hello friends, welcome to this YouTube video program. Friends, we are discussing about the concept of different units of different courses of MA Education program of Indira Gandhi National Open University. We have already discussed the first course, that is MES 011 Understanding Education, and now we are discussing the second course, that is MES 012. Course title is Education Concepts and Purposes. And here in our last program we have discussed the units of the first block. We have already discussed the second unit. We have also discussed the third unit, and now we are discussing the fourth unit, that is the last unit of the first block of second course, that is MES 012. Okay, Education Concept and Purposes. So the present unit that we are discussing, that is unit 4, and the title of the unit is Characterizing Education. Okay, and as I have already said in my earlier video, in my last video, that we have means 2 video programs are developed in this unit, because this is a very large unit. So already we have talked 3 major content points, that is education as initiation, then education as bringing up of children, then further we have also discussed about education as a process of socialization. So here we have discussed the process of enculturation and the process of acculturation. We have also discussed about how to understand the cultural diversities, then accordingly how to develop or how to save one's behavior so far as the young children are concerned. So in this program further we will discuss another few important points, content points of this unit, that is education as a promotion of desirable behavior, then further education as reconstruction of experiences, and of course we will discuss education as total development of individual. So this program is focused upon these 3 important aspects. So friends, very quickly we will discuss education as promotion of desirable behavior. I have already discussed in my earlier video that at home, at the society, at the same time in the school, the things and the activities that we do, so that is for you can say upbringing our children, that is for developing social desirable behavior among them. Okay, so that's why we teach them that how they will learn, and many a time you will find that by observing others, by observing you can say desirable behavior, good behavior of others, they also learn you can say certain social desirable behavior. So for the promotion of desirable behavior, you will find that we engage themselves in many activities. Okay, and we develop a type of daily timetable, that what the children supposed to do at home. Okay, at morning what they will do, then when they will take their lunch and dinner, how they will take the lunch and dinner. Okay, how they will eat, that also we teach the young children. Okay, so that they will learn certain desirable behavior. At the same time you will find that extinction of undesirable behavior. Many a time you will find that especially at the young time, especially at the very beginning time of life, you will find that this is called that the behavior that the child adopt, or the child shows, that is a type of animal like behavior. So the family members, the seniors of the family, what they do, from the animal tendency, from the animal behavior, they transform it to a socially desirable behavior. So that's why this is the, you can say, tendency of any child to do the wrong thing, to develop certain undesirable things. Okay, so that's why at the family, so what do, we involve with the child, we guide the child, we suggest the child, and we make them learn that how they will develop good behavior, how they will develop constructive behavior, how they will develop socially desirable behavior. And in case any undesirable behavior is developed among the children, so as a parents, as a senior of the family, so what do? We try to extinct that you can say undesirable behavior from them. So that's why we always try to promote desirable behavior among the young children. This is one of the important point of discussion in this unit. Then further, another important point that has been discussed, that is education as a reconstruction of experiences. So friends, whatever we do in the teaching learning process, you will find at present we are focusing upon the constructivist approach of pedagogy. Okay, constructivist approach of teaching and learning process means how the children will you can say how to connect the children with the curriculum, with the things that has been practiced, that has been given in the curriculum, with their life experiences, with their observation, okay, with their skills, with their knowledge and understanding that they have developed from the family, from the society, from the immediate environment where they are living. Okay, so unless we engage themselves, unless we you can say develop a type of positive attitude towards school system, and unless we connect their life experiences with the curriculum, then we cannot develop a type of attitude among them that the happenings in the school, the you can say the activities which is undertaken in a school, that is not you can say the matter and things of another world, rather that is the matter of the world of the child. Okay, so if we connect it with their life, then we can say that you can be a successful teacher, or you can say you can able to construct certain new knowledge among the children. So that's why this section particularly discuss such things, that how education helps for reconstruction of experiences of the children. So here learners prior knowledge and its structure. So how to use learners prior structure, prior knowledge in the school system, okay, with different content point, with the syllabi, okay, across the subject, you can say may be related to mathematics, may be related to science, social science, and different languages also. Further, here another point that has been discussed, that is learning is constructive, not receptive. Okay, so here the scope, every child, you can say that the child who is coming to the school system, they are coming with ample experiences, that they are coming with lot of experiences in their life. Okay, they have observed many things in their family, okay, from their environment. So that's why they are able enough to construct their own knowledge. So that's why as a teacher, one should facilitate the child, one should provide certain scope to the child, okay, so that they can engage themselves in new things basing upon their earlier experiences. Okay, so that's why here another important point that has been kept in this unit, that is learning is constructive, not receptive, means knowledge can be constructed, and the child are able enough, the children are able enough, they can construct their knowledge. So for the construction of knowledge, here the teacher supposed to link child's experiences with the curriculum, with the you can say teaching points, with the themes and topics that has been designed, that has been kept, that has been included in curriculum across the subject, you can say. So that's why this is another important point that has been discussed in this unit. And the last important point, that is education is total development of individual. So here friends, when we talk about the total development of individual, you are I think very well acquainted with the concept of education, the definition of education, which is given by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi says that education is an all-round development of human child and man in body, mind and spirit. It means it emphasizes physical development, mental development, spiritual development, social development, emotional development, all types of development. So that's why friends, when we talk about total development of individual, it touches three areas of development. that you can say development of cognitive abilities, development of psychomotor abilities, and development of affective abilities. So that's why when we talk about cognitive abilities, it means it focuses upon development of knowledge, understanding, application, analysis, synthesis. Okay, so they will develop certain skill of critical analysis. They can understand the matter, and accordingly they can also put forward. They can also you can say they will be in a position to critically analyze the things. They can analyze, they can develop a type of synthesis. At the same time, they can critically you can say involve themselves in understanding and applying this knowledge in different new situations. So this is one type of development of abilities, that is the cognitive abilities. Further, for total development, the another aspect, that is you can say development of psychomotor abilities. So friends, when we talk about psychomotor abilities, it means development of skills, developments of hands-on activities. Means you will find that the children are involved themselves in schools, at home, in different play situations, in different games and sports, that they are developing certain skills, that they're doing it, they're developing certain manual skills. So that's why with the cognitive abilities, with knowledge and understanding, comprehension, analysis and skills, they are also developing, they are also involving themselves how to do it, and they are also doing it. So that's why developing motor skill is also another you can say important aspect of total for providing total knowledge or total development of the individual. Then further development of affective abilities. Affective abilities means it is development of thinking, development of emotion, development of feeling. So friends, whatever we understand, whenever you understand certain things, and whenever you are involving yourself for doing certain things, then definitely what you are doing, you are developing a type of feeling. Okay, so your heart is also involved with the work, with your thinking process. So that's why three types of development is required, that is cognitive development, development of mind, that is development of head, psychomotor development, development of you can say activities, development of hand, okay, acquisition of different skill, and affective development, that means development of heart, means how you imagine, how you feel, how you develop the feeling aspect, your emotion, that also another aspect for the total development of the individual. So friends, we have discussed about major important points of this unit, and in our next program we will discuss another unit of this course MES 012. Thank you.